When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
The Badgers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another first down.
I mean, it's just crazy the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football a lot? Come to Wisconsin.
The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Edwards. Got a man. It's Brooks. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Quickly out to the tight end. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range to get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. They're working that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative on this one.
Coming out with it, it's Smith. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. to pass. It's Sayin. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Peoples. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. The give on the option. Oh, he's got a chance. On his feet at the 40. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Great job by the back on the option.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Wisconsin offense to go back to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll try the run. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It's a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Finds his man. It's Ballard. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They boot it away on 4th down. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Find some fresh air. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. On the run, still looking. Working on the right. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Makes the grab, it's Smith. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking for space, it's Peoples. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ballard. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Hits him with a stiff arm. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Three wideouts to the right on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Catch in the middle. It's Acker. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Badgers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Back to throw. It's Sayin. With the catch, it's Tate. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Nice job getting to the QB there. The best Wisconsin defense has always seemed to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. When we think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ, nobody could block those guys one-on-one, and they just ruined coordinators' game plans offensively.
In the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. To the air, it's Edwards. Here's the heat. Get it out on the screen. Past the 45. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
They executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Oh, better look out! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. That's a fumble on the play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. A stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Looking for a crease. It's Dupree. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. And this one is perfect. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. End off from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Going downfield for the big play. Makes a grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Hauls it in. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Got room on the return. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. The Badgers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. To the air, it's Edwards. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And off to Jones. Thrust that arm out. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Donaldson. They get it out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Power football with the run. Turning it on. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Throwing right. That's caught. It's Mason. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10.
3:25.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Fires to the big fella. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run the option. Hard running there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that 1st down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well give it to him again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The pitch to the left. Shakes off the defender. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. They've got the screen set up. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Number 20. Catch and score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. Ramsey with the stiff arm. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down, looking for more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. Second sack of the day, and maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always had their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating the football game, single-handedly making that quarterback have to think, where is that guy? We better block him because he keeps hitting.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's going to fire deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Fights off a defender. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the 4th quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Sayin. Rushes on him. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Smith. At the 35, he's open. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
The Buckeyes are marching down the field. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The inside handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The give on the inside. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Gonna run it. It's Donaldson. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On the move, it's Rodgers. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They give it to him again. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to...
Oh, he's got some space. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the right. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They bring him down strong. Effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.